So I briefly want to explain this packing algorithm and how it works. So as I said, if you have aggregate fractions higher than 45%, the model will invoke this packing algorithm to try to pack the spheres more densely. And here you see a animation of how the packing algorithm works in practice. So it starts with a cube, and then it shrinks the cube while the spheres are randomly moving around inside this cube. And by this way of or this way the way it's implemented, you will increase the volume fraction, obviously. So this was the initial size, and now it has shrunk to nearly 50%. And it will shrink the cube until it reaches the desired volume fraction. So let's say you have 65 here, then the algorithm will try to shrink the cube until it reaches that value. And as I said in a previous clip, this might take a very long time depending on the value of the aggregate fraction that you're trying to obtain. So if you have something very high like 80 or 90, it might take almost forever, like a really long time, because you at some point, depending on the sieve curve, there's an upper limit where you can't pack it anymore. But it will try to pack it until it reaches that value, or it will stop when it reaches the max time that you've defined here. And this is measured in terms of hours. So let's say you want to run it for 100 hours, then it will just stop and break after 100 hours. Because it might be that, as I said before also, that if you aim for 75, those last 5% going from 60 to 65 might take very, very long time, but reaching 60 might be still okay. So this is just escape mechanism, so that you're sure that you eventually reach something. What happens now is that you see now that the size of a cube shrinks. So this length here, the initial length, is what you define to be L box in this file. So you define L box to be 3. So the initial value is 3, and then it will shrink it until, as much as it needs to. So the final value, if you want to have an SV with a specific size, the final value might differ depending on how much you want to pack the algorithm. So this is just initial value, but the final value might be something else. So this is pretty much how the algorithm works, and this this algorithm has been implemented now for the Lorsenis project. So this is something new in this model.